Hey, Arvada Vineyard family. How are you this week? Hey, I wanted to just take a couple minutes and reach out and just get us thinking about something I've been thinking about that I think maybe could be helpful to you as we continue on this strange journey that we're on. And I've been thinking, I'm actually saying to you today, I've got exciting news for you. It's not going to sound too exciting, but I think it really is if we take an extra minute to look at it. And here's what it is. The God of the universe right now in your life and my life is trying to do some really cool work. Now, it may not feel that way, and it may not seem that way, as everything in our world is upside down, and for many of us, we're in survival mode. Either we're in survival mode because we got kids all around and the schedules are changed, or maybe some of us, we're like bored out of our mind and we're trying to figure out what to do, but things have changed. And a lot of times when things change, we're just managing the change. And actually that's really tiring. Like, I don't know about you, but I am exhausted at night in a way that I've never quite been exhausted before. It's really strange. Even some days when I don't leave my house, I feel really tired at night. But here's the point. I believe that Jesus wants to do a deep work in each one of us. I believe that he's trying, in the middle of this time that we have, this very unusual time, he's trying to hold up a mirror to our lives and just get us to pay attention to some things that when life was busier and the margins were stretched, we just might not have had time, or we might not have listened as well. And I think he's trying to get our attention. And listen, I'll go first in a way of helping you think about your life, but I've been thinking about a couple things for me, and I'm just gonna be really honest with you. I really wrestle with control. And I've always known it's the illusion of control. But honestly, when life's going well and you're like in control, you're in control. Like, you're making plans and things are happening, and you tell yourself a story like, wow, I'm in control here. This thing is working. Whether it's in your personal life or your professional life or whatever it is for you. And obviously being in the pandemic and having people make decisions that directly impact me, directly impact you, directly impact our church that we have no say in, man, that shatters that illusion of control. And if I'm being really honest, that's been really hard. It's been really hard. There's days that I'm actually pretty frustrated and pretty angry. And I know things have gotten sideways when I'm laying in bed and I'm like creating an argument in my mind with like a government official or whatever it is, like, no, I think this, not that. You said this, I think that. That's too lenient. That's too strict. I find myself all over the place depending on the day. And at the end of the day, I just feel like it's control. And the Lord is just saying, hey, Corey, like, this is an illusion. You're not in control. Like, you would do better off coming out of this whole experience knowing that you're not in control. You might live a freer life. And the other thing that I've been really present to that I just had not seen was how much I feel responsible for everything and everybody. I mean, I just feel like it's my job to run around and make sure everyone's okay, to make sure all is working right, to make sure the church is doing great, our family is doing great. And of course, there is responsibility in that. That's good. But honestly, when it weighs heavy on you, when it doesn't feel like joy, you begin to go, something's off here, something's wrong. I feel responsibility in a way, I feel like I'm carrying a weight in a way that I was never intended to carry it. And so I'm just being really honest with you. I'm wrestling with those things. And listen, I do believe it's good news. It's good news. I want to be different. Now, this isn't exactly how I would have drawn up the plans to become a different kind of person, a different kind of husband and father and leader and pastor, son and brother. I wouldn't have drawn up these plans to get me there. But I'm starting to see the silver lining. And God is doing some of his best work, I think, right now in this season. And so I wonder what that is for you. Have you slowed down enough, and are you paying attention enough to just let our very gentle Savior hold up a mirror to your life? Today, I want to challenge you to not resist him, but to welcome him to do that work. I think we can come out the other side of this being a different kind of people that look and sound and act a lot more like Jesus. And what a testimony that would be about us if that was true. So thanks for taking time to consider these thoughts. I hope that you're staying encouraged. Listen, we are praying for you. If you need anything, reach out to us, especially if you're not connected anywhere. We're going to be doing a lot of things in May, in June, and July to help people connect, be in community, and then also maybe to grow. So we'll be offering stuff that we normally wouldn't offer in the summer if we continue to remain in groups that are smaller. So dial into some of those things, have a plan. Last thing I want to share with you, listen, I would ask for you to pray, sneak peek. I'm actually going to be preaching this weekend in our series, Finding Faith in the Wilderness. And so I would just ask you to pray that God uses it to serve all of our churches. And I want to encourage you, if for some reason you haven't been able to show up in the Sunday morning slot, if you can't do that this week, let's celebrate worship together as an Arvada family. Would love to have you there. So bless you and have a great week.